Hi, Maskcara Twins here, Mindy.
And I am Mandy. And we have had, we've had some success with mascara. We have an amazing upline, but one question that I've got a couple times from like close friends and family is kind of like, why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you choose mascara? And it honestly, it took me a second because I honestly have a hard time talking about myself. I love to learn about other people and meet other people. So when someone asks me about me, I'm kind of like, And anyway, so I took a few weeks to really think about my why and my turning point as far as being an entrepreneur and really working for ourselves so that we can be those stay-at-home moms. My why, and I'll go ahead and share mine, and then Mindy is going to share hers. But with my why is really it's being a mom, and there's a story that I like to share. I was living in St. George, Utah at the time, and my husband and I had been married a few years. We had our first baby. The baby was a year old, and I was working 60 to 80-hour weeks, and it was actually at the Paul Mitchell School down there, which I absolutely loved. I was putting my job before my family. And at that point, working 68-hour weeks, there'd go 3 or 4 days before I'd see my 1-year-old son awake. I would leave before he woke up in the morning. I would come home for lunch here and there, but that was his nap time. And then I'd come home in the evening after all of my meetings, and he was already gone to bed, and I can't go wake him up because we have to keep him on a sleep schedule. So of course I go and give him a kiss in his crib and tell him good night, but honestly 3 to 4 days before I'd see him awake. And so one night I had come home, and we were celebrating. At the time it was just my husband and I and the baby at home, and we were celebrating his first birthday. Of course, meetings happened, and I came home late. He had already gone to bed, and so I wanted to go wake him up to celebrate the birthday that I had missed. And so I went in the crib and I got him, and trying to wake him up, and he wasn't very happy. And so of course I celebrate this birthday, make it quick, short, sweet, to the point, and then I go to lay him back down, and he just kept crying and crying and crying. And I was doing everything. I changed his diaper, I gave him a bottle, I tried so many things to try and calm my 1-year-old baby. And my husband walked in, so sweet, and he just looked at me, and he's like, "Do you mind if I hold him?" He took him, and he stopped crying. And my husband said something that I'll never forget, and it really has changed my life. And this was my turning point of why I decided to do what I'm doing. And that is, my husband looked at me in full of love and just said, "Hey, Mandy, our son has never liked to be held that way." And once again, that hit me so hard, and I was like, I don't even know my own son that just celebrated his first birthday tonight. It's time to do something different. It's time to work for myself so that I can be home and know my kids. I now have 3 kids, and I've been able to spend so much more time with them. And you know what? I'll never get that first year back with my first son. There's no way. You can't rewind time. But the best part about this is I can move forward and build memories with them in the future because of mascara, honestly, and what it's provided for us. But thank you for listening to my story. I want you to hear Mindy's.
Okay, so mine, I have a 3-year-old daughter. Her name is Harper, and she has CHD, congenital heart defect. And right now she is in a constant state of heart failure. So she's on medicine to help sustain her heart. And this all happened about a year ago. She was born with the condition, we didn't know. She got diagnosed at age 2.5, which was May 11th of 2016. She had open heart surgery early on the morning of May 12th. And down at Primary Children's, we stayed at the hospital for 2 weeks and had some pretty scary moments there. We didn't know if we were going to actually bring her home. So it was very hard for our family. Of course, we did bring her home, and at that point it was regulating meds. You just wonder how long she's going to be with us, type of thing. So it's been a really trying year, if I'm being totally honest. But so she's doing good now. She's still on heart medicine to sustain her heart, but she's slowly headed in the right direction. We still meet with Primary Children's about every 6 weeks to every 3 months, depending on where we're at, to make sure they do a full echocardiogram, check her heart. Every time it's been better. So been feeling super blessed for that. But that being said, this past year has been probably the hardest year of my life. So Mandy started mascara first, And she was about 6 weeks ahead of me. So about 4 weeks, she finally was able, we don't get to see each other very often. We're about 5 hours apart. So when we do, the next time we were able to see each other, she did a makeover on me. And I was like, this stuff rocks. Like, seriously, I just wanted my product right then, and I had to wait for it to be shipped to my house. So I get my product, love it. Mandy approaches me, hey, let's go in on this together. And when she asked me, like, full-on panic attack, I was like, Mandy, you don't understand. Like, yeah, Harper's doing better, but you don't understand, like, the emotional roller coaster that I'm on. Like, every day's different, and some days are hard. Some days it's hard to get out of bed, to be honest, you know. And so I says, no, I'm like, I can't do this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to put in everything I got, right? So I said no. I was like, no, of course Mandy's killing it, keeps going with it, and I'm jealous. And I think, oh my gosh, maybe this could be awesome. So it took me about 2 weeks, and it was actually May 12th, the day that, a year to the day that she had heart surgery. I woke up that morning, coming up to it, I was, you know, it's been a year, really, it's been a year, like, holy cow, looking back, it's always just kind of a reminder of what you went through. So that day was kind of hard. But I woke up May 12th and I thought, you know what? I can't have any control over this. Like, I need to just focus on what I have control over and think of something that I can do for myself. And mascara. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. So I called Mandy. She remembers this phone call. She's like, what? For real? You're doing it? Okay, let's.
No, she calls me. So she calls me. She's like, I'm signing up. I'm like, signing up for what? And she's like, I'm signing up. I'm like, I know, for what? And she's like, mascara. And I just started laughing. I'm like, oh, I was kind of joking, but let's do it. Like, seriously. And she's like, no, I'm dead serious. And she's like, it's been a year and I need I need to focus on me. And I remember you sharing a story with me that, I mean, she's beautiful, obviously, and she just said, I looked at a picture from today and I looked at a picture from a year ago, and I'm a different person, and it's because of, you know, I've had to focus on my daughter, and I've had to be this caretaker, and she's doing great, she's going to be fine. I mean, yes, she's in constant heart failure, but we need to control what we can control in our lives. That is something that we rely on doctors for and things like that, and so she's like, I want to do mascara, I want to do it for not only for me, but what impressed me about her was she said, I want to give back. I want to help other people feel beautiful about themselves. And that's really what mascara is about. We're not in it for the money. We really, truly aren't. We love those.
Although that part is nice.
Yes. And, you know, financial freedom to be with your family. But also when someone sits in front of your chair and you change their life, like you see them. I've even had people start to cry because for the first time their face just looks flawless, beautiful. So, I mean, happy tears, of course. And it's just an amazing journey. So.
And being a stay-at-home mom, to be able to have that face-to-face interaction on a daily basis is just what every woman needs.
Absolutely.
Really. So
the social life. So
yeah, it's been so great. I don't know. It's been a rough year, and this has been something that has definitely, truly changed my life. And it's
so honestly, you guys, bring your sisters, bring your friends, bring your mom, bring these people with you. You know, of course I wanted her on my journey, but I knew that she had a lot on her plate, and just in the last couple months that you've signed up, I've seen a huge transformation, and it's really what you focus on. And of course her daughter's, you know, going to be okay, hopefully, you know, we don't know, but the fact that we focus on what we can, you know, in life. And so, hey, welcome.
Oh, hey.
So happy. So fun. Thank you.
One thing to mention too, like Harper loves makeup, loves it. There's not a morning that if she's awake and I'm applying my makeup that she's right there. She wants her color. Mama, I just want my color. I want my color, which is anything pink. She loves that blush. She'll take the blush and do big old circles right on her cheeks. She calls them her poppy cheeks. And so that right there, I'm like, okay, honestly, she loves makeup more than anybody I know. And in the hospital, this is something interesting, and I'm probably going to get emotional, talk about it, and that's okay. But there was a point that the doctors weren't sure she was going to make it. And so I had a lot of time to just sit around and think, and, you know, you have to kind of go there. You're forced to. And so I hopped on my phone and just, she's sleeping, she's sedated. You know, what else do you do? So I hopped on my phone and started looking through pictures, like thinking, like, what do I have, you know? The last video that I had on my phone of her is her putting on her makeup with me in the morning. And it's just, I mean, I have a few videos of that because even at 2.5 years old, Like, she has shown that that is her obsession. She loves to make up. She loves to paint her nails. She loves to paint my nails. She paints her dad's nails. Whoever will let her. She loves to do that kind of stuff. So I definitely am doing this because of her. 100%. And I know that she loves it. I hear her tell her friends that her mom does makeup. And it makes her so happy. And yeah, so
we just want to
that's my
invite you
story.
guys to, you know, if this is your thing, obviously we're here to help mentor and train you, but we wanted to share our why so you guys can kind of think about why you do. Why you do what you do, whether it's, you know, you have a profession, you go to work every day. Why do you do that? And not to, you know, we support mothers that way too. I lived that lifestyle for years and years. And this is for me. This is for me to be home and be able to have the money, but also have time with our family. But I invite you guys to establish your why you do what you do.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.